Shep, you can't say that about Africans.
This is the next big pot.
Judge Eleni scores a contest 112-115. Judge Paul Thomas 112-115. Judge Donald Trevor 113-115. The winner. And the new Super Featherweight Champion of the world, from Cambridge, in Scotland, Ricky Barnes.
A dream comes true for Ricky Barnes.
I laid out the blueprint. Yes, they gave him the decision. They gave him the fight. He beat me, but the blueprint is right there. Just look at it. I took it out of the vault and I handed it over to Canelo Alvarez.
To be honest, Harrison's the biggest bomb inside boxing. And my reaction to David Price and Frank Maloney calling me out that midget, yeah? I'll fight David Price any day of the week. You see, you plumb from Liverpool. It's personal between me and you. I'm going to do you some serious, big stiff idiot. Okay, alright. Thanks a lot.
No, brilliant, like I said, for the centre itself, Gloves Community Centre. Amir Khan gets the big fight with Pacquiao and the world champions, the lads that are coming through. It'll be a fantastic. I'd equate this to the Kronk in America way back in the time.
You know what? Fuck Joe Gallagher.
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 I got him in the cage right now. Out the cage.
The plan is to have Algieri knock Pacquiao out.
Yes, but I still got him in the cage. He listens to me very well. I'm gonna let him loose.
Round 10?
Round 10 or 11. I'm gonna let him go.
That's gonna make it difficult for the plan to materialize.
I only have one other thing to do, and that's to fight Thomas Hearns. And I'm planning on breaking every bone in his body.
But what works is they're going to go and chase Leo Santa Cruz. I told them, and I told them on Wednesday, you're not going to get Santa Cruz. Like I told them, you're not going to get Martinez.
Now, coming to you live, the next big pod!
Hello and welcome everyone to the 156th edition of the Next Big Pod. I'm your host, Shape. Welcome everyone to Next Big Pod. We're doing a catch-up show today ahead of hopefully what will be an excellent interview on Wednesday. So lots of hatred coming your way tonight via Brian, Alex, who ditched the asylum because he wanted to save his opinion to the show tonight. Sam, Ainsley, and Andy, who I think wants to say something straight off the bat. Andy, shoot, mate.
Right, I'll just take it away. I've had enough of boxing. I'm done. This is the last time I'll be on this podcast, and I will no longer be tweeting about boxing either, because I've had enough of it. It's a fucking joke. I'm fed up with it. It's a total and utter farce. This Shannon Briggs popping up every time some cunt opens a fucking envelope and shouting, "Let's go, champ." It's embarrassing. He's a 44-year-old guy. When was his last win? When was the last day? He fought a guy in fucking Panama and knew Eddie Hearn shipping them all here like some sort of fucking circus act. Every time he's got a fucking press conference or an interview, he's turning up and shouting, "Let's go, champ." How about you fuck off, champ?
Do we know if he's Andy? Do we know if he's shown up to the open workout tonight?
Yes.
Oh,
Conveniently so. He's turned up, shouting his shitey catchphrase. All the fucking casuals are lapping it up, going on as if he's some sort of fucking cross, some hybrid between fucking prime Ali and prime fucking George Foreman. Fucking shite. One lot of pish. It is doing my fucking head in. There's guys that can't get on shows or here, British guys. This guy's coming over, shouting a shitey catchphrase and getting just. He's going to go and. I'll tell you what's happening. He'll go on a Hearn card. He'll fight some fucking bum. And after fucking Joshua beats Martin at the weekend, they're going to fucking put him in to fight Joshua. How can you not just fight a rank? If you want to go that route, fair enough. Fight a rank contender. No, in this day and age with boxing, you don't need to beat a rank contender. You don't need to beat anybody half decent. Just turn up and shout your mouth off like a fucking donkey, and that will suffice. Pish, fed up with it, done.
And everybody who's down at your call is fucking equally to blame to sucking up to it. The fucking maggots. They all die in a fire.
There was a moment on Saturday, obviously we'll get onto the card in a minute, but do you remember after the Dodd-Cardle fight when they were sat together and they were both just saying, let's go, champ, to each other? It was like, honestly, someone's just tweeted it was like watching fucking wrestling, except without any good storylines and without, like, good outfits and without nice-looking women and stuff. Yeah, it was awful. But anyway, we'll get onto the card that sent Andy over the edge. I guess the main...
I just want everybody to leave a fucking review. Everybody leave a fucking review.
Yeah,
a good review.
Please leave a 5-star review and subscribe if you haven't already. The feed has changed. Alex fucked it up. Some might say deliberately.
That was like 3 months ago, you can't.
Still raging about it.
It still hurts.
But yeah, to subscribe to the new feed and yeah, leave us a review, please, so we can get keep bringing you quality guests.
And watch on YouTube instead, because we actually earn money doing that.
Haha, it's my money.
They got 5k from their show after the Blackwell Eubank fight. Cynical, I thought. Cynically releasing a show after that. But we would never stoop to doing anything like that. So we'll have the moral high ground.
We can't even get a show out fucking on time, never mind doing one after a fight.
Exactly.
Predictably unpredictable.
This won't get uploaded for another, like, 2 weeks, probably.
Oh no, we've got Alex here, but not get cut word. It'll be up.
I've still not uploaded the last one, so you're probably right.
Fucking
that
2
was
for 1.
a good show as well.
Yeah, 2 for 1. That you can listen to them both.
You know, I wasn't on it, so I'm not interested in it.
Egomaniac. Alex, mate, obviously a lot of people missed you yesterday on the Asylum with the Sky hate. I know the dust has settled a little bit, but should we kick off with the card on Saturday night from Liverpool? What fight do you want to start with, mate? You go for it.
Well, I mean, we can briefly touch on that first fight, which was actually quite good. The I've already forgotten the names, as opposed to that it wasn't that good. Doran and Keenan, yeah, yeah, it was a good little fight. It was good for about 4 minutes, wasn't it? And you know, a couple of knockdowns traded, and that was it. And then it just went entirely downhill from there. I think not so much in the sense of the quality of the fights. I think that let's just start with the Dodd-Cardle fight then.
Well, then I'll tell you what, mate. Sorry to interrupt. Why don't we let's get the positive stuff out of the way first. So let's say, okay, Doran and Keeler was a good little fight. What did people think of? I don't know. What was positive for any of you guys? Before we get onto the raging about the
competitive fights. They were mostly pretty much all competitive, apart from Professor Krusty Neck. It was equal back and forth. You know, there was a bit of controversy over some people think that Fielding and Rabassi was a lot closer than a lot of people suggested, I think. But I think that Dodd really ran away with the Cardle fight. But ultimately it was competitive and decent fights throughout the night. So, you know, that's the positive.
And were you impressed with Smith's performance? Forget the opponent. Did you think he? You know,
yeah, I mean,
only 2 minutes, wasn't it?
Well, if you're going to ignore the opponent, then yeah, it is a good performance, because he took the punishment against the ropes. We saw this guy coming straight out at him and throwing, just really silly punches almost. Just winging away, trying to put a lot of pressure on Callum, because I don't think he's really had that sort of a fighter on him. I mean, Rabassi kind of, but he wasn't that similar sort of work rate as. Do
you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of. Do you remember Kirkland Canelo in the first round, when Kirkland for like a minute and a half was all over him, and then as soon as Canelo landed a punch, the fight changed. And also Martinez against Quigg. As soon as Quigg landed a punch, the fight was basically over. And as soon as Smith landed that first counter punch, the guy backed right the way across the ring, didn't he? And he was tiny.
I mean, he still tried to be fair to him after that first. It was like a left hand, wasn't he? Caught him with when Smith was on the ropes. But he still kept trying.
Yeah.
And even when he was pretty much out on his feet, he was still standing up, I suppose, and still giving it a go. But it was a fair enough stoppage, and I think that he just came out there maybe trying to catch Smith cold. But I think we've seen that Smith actually starts, fairly strongly early on. I mean, again against Roasters, he's had his first round blowouts quite a lot of the time. But it's good. He looks strong, but again, there's this gulf between guys like him and guys like Fielding and Shecklocker and. Who was the other one? Biossi and things like that. There's a difference between them, and then you go to the Ripper, De Gale, maybe Boutte, but you know.
It feels like he's been at this level for about 18 months. Do you know what I mean? Fighting very similar level of opponent, and now he's suddenly going to make quite a big jump up because I think they said it on the Asylum yesterday. There isn't really anything in between. Like maybe Boutte is the in between. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
If you pay the Durrell or one of the Durrells a bit of money, surely they'd come over.
Anthony, maybe. I don't think Andre Durrell. He said he'd never come back to England, didn't he? Do you remember after the Froch fight and that?
Or why not even send Callum over there just to get a bit of exposure?
I think that's mate. Going to fight Durrell in America, very, very risky. I know Gallagher is a major risk taker, but is he that?
No, I know they're not going to do it, but in an ideal world, that's something they probably should look to do. Get him a.
Yeah, okay. There's a question. In an ideal world, let's say Smith is 9 months away from getting the shot at the belt, which he probably is. Let's say he gets the shot in November, December. Who would you put him in with next?
Right.
You're looking for a fight that's actually a step between here and the world title.
And this is hypothetical, then it's not.
Yeah. Completely hypothetical. Yeah. I think Anthony Durrell would be a good fight. He'd be in his, or maybe Beaker. I
was going to say Beaker because he's not going to knock him out, is he?
And he'd give him rounds, and he'd be sort of.
Is Beaker back down at 168 because he moved up, didn't he?
Yeah, he can make 168.
I think he could still make it. Yeah. Andy, what do you think? We're being positive for a minute, mate.
Is this all hypothetical?
Hypothetical. Who would you put Callum Smith in with next?
Because
obviously the owner of Clearasil, but anyone else?
After the fight, in fact, no, it was an IFA interview with Gallagher. He says that they'll probably, and Hearn as well, I'm sure, says that in fact it was Hearn, sorry, that they'll probably just sit tight because obviously he knows that Jack and De Gale are going to go for unification. So he says it'll probably be like January or February next year. And he said that Smith's got a bad hand. So, by the way he was talking...
You know what, with the amount of fucking spots he needs to squeeze, the manky bastard.
So the way he was talking as if they're just going to sit tight and wait. So I don't expect him to go and take... I would be happy. I would like to see him in with, like, as you were saying, a guy like probably Anthony Durrell, Beaker, somebody like that who's at a higher level than what he's been in with, so we can get a true gauge of where he really is at.
Yeah, and if you beat a guy like that well, then you are ready for a world title, aren't you? Unquestionably, yeah.
But I don't think they're going to. I think they'll sit tight till they get the chance. And if they don't, if he does have a fight, maybe let's say September, November-ish time, it'll probably be like some fucking bum.
It'll be a 10-rounder, won't it?
Aye, just to kind of keep fresh, kind of a thing like that. I don't expect them to fight anybody.
There was a brilliant.
Gets the Jack the Gale fight.
Yeah, there was a brilliant double standard in that Hearn interview you're talking about, where he said, look, if the shot comes in a year's time, Callum's only going to get better. You know, he'll have a better chance in a year. And then they went, well, who's he going to fight in the meantime? And he went, well, no one really competitive. And it's like, well, how's he going to get better fighting, non-competitive fights? It's yet more just nonsense from Gallagher and Hearn, where you're going to improve if you're not testing yourself. It doesn't make sense.
If you spend 12 months in a gym locked away with Gallagher, you could go in at Robin Deacon level and come out a Floyd Mayweather. So.
Which I equated to the Kronk back in the time, personally.
No, see what you just said there. They said the exact same thing with Scott Quigg. The longer this fight doesn't happen, the more competitive, the more chance that Quigg's going to beat him at Frampton. And we all fucking seen that wasn't true. See, if you're no good enough, you're just no good enough. And I've said it for day one, Callum Smith's just a talk spot of Scott Quigg. I was like, he does the exact same things as Scott Quigg does. He's got the fucking great left hook to the body. He doesn't use a jab. He hasn't got great sort of foot movement either. He needs a guy to stand in front of him and see when they go on the ropes and all that, it's like game over. And I'm not saying he's not a bad finisher. But
I think Smith's a really good finisher. I think that's one thing
he's a good finisher at a certain fucking level. But the way people are talking here, I seen Sai saying earlier on that Bello said that he reminds him of Julian Jackson. There's not one fucking part of his fighting style or power that reminds empty of Julian Jackson. Absolutely fucking nothing. And we've seen it with Barassi. Barassi's like tough, right? But I can tell you one thing, 100% guarantee, somebody like Golovkin would get fucking Barassi out of there. 100%.
Golovkin would knock out probably everyone Callum Smith.
Sorry, you need to say it the way Tesco said it. Try and say that he tried to say Golovkin.
Golovkin.
Villain Ben.
Do you reckon he's doing it on purpose? Because he's done Felix Verdagiagio,
Costa to the.
Yeah, but you heard him speak. He can't string a sentence. Honestly, he can't.
Well, he's got his mouth full of dog cum most of the time, isn't he?
See the answer your question on who he should fight. It's a no-brainer who it should be, and it's an easy fight to make. It's like Martin Murray. I can't see Martin Murray getting another fucking world title fight because let's be honest here, right? Souderland must have some sort of relationship with like, Felix Sturm, right? And if like, Abraham doesn't win at the weekend, you think fucking Groves would be in there before Martin Murray, unless like, Sturm sees that Murray's an easier fight and. But I accept Murray would beat Sturm. Sturm's fucking gash.
Brian,
right,
see the day, see Groves fight against Brophy at the weekend. That has been announced. That's for the the WBE International title. So
yeah, Groves will get it. Of course he will.
So Groves is obviously going that direction.
That's Martin Murray.
That's good, mate, because that means Paul Smith will never get it.
What's the chat saying?
Yeah, the chat suggestions for Professor Cressy next opponent. Martin Murray is quite a popular one. Daniel Gill, because he recently moved up to 168.
Oh, fuck off, that's abysmal.
That's not a test.
Yeah,
a test.
Chudanov.
No.
And the Groves just fought D. Luisa or something.
Chudanov just beat fucking Sturm. Chudanov's alright. Well, he's not great.
Yeah. That's a good test.
Chudanov's trying to get the Stern rematch though, and he probably will get it because you know what the WBA are like.
You know what he should make? Jamie Cox before he gets put in the jail.
Oh fuck that, man.
Yeah, but let's say they fight and he knocks Cox out. Does that prove that he's ready for world level? I don't think so. Like,
this is
I'm not saying Cox is bad.
Because Cox isn't world level either, is he? You want someone who's
completely unproven.
You want someone who's fought for a world title or has been a world champion.
You need somebody that's a step up.
Well, what about J. Leon Love or fucking Jesse Hart or something like that? Jesse Hart.
Brian, it's funny you say that. You know the one that's rumoured is Fielding versus J. Leon Love. Apparently that might happen in the States.
That's been getting
J. Leon Love would beat him.
I don't know. J. Leon Love is shy. Fielding's shy as well, but
Fielding was terrible on Saturday. He was absolutely minging.
Mind a couple of months ago when Hearn done the IFL interview and he says that he was possibly joining up with Mayweather.
No, they've linked up with him. Yeah, they have to.
He says
Leonard Ellaby wanted
he says that was the first thing Ellaby says when they phoned him. He says, "Hey Eddie, I want to make this Rocky Fielding J. Leon Love fight." What? How random is that?
No, but they were supposed to fight a little bit ago, I think. There was some talk about it a year ago or so, I believe, and then it didn't happen.
I'm looking at... There's a guy called Shilla Hippola who's ranked number 7 in the WBC. He sounds shite, and I reckon Smith might fight him in the meantime. That's my prediction.
No, he'll fight some Uber bum. He's not going to fight anyone remote, even.
Yeah, but I think he'd have to fight someone ranked, wouldn't he, to maintain his ranking? Or does that not happen?
Yeah, but not with the WBA if ain't involved.
WBC.
I think he'd have to fight someone top 15. But there's some shite people in the top 15. There's 3 or 4 guys I've never heard of. Sorry. We'll move on from Smith because you know.
No, but see,
sorry, Brian. Yeah, go on.
See, before we finish that, this is my fucking whole issue. There's no kind of in between. You know how I keep going back to it, but you know how like before, like Hatton fought Costa Jeu, he had like Ben Taki after that, right? Ben Taki, he wasn't going to win, but he was a tough fucking fighter, right? They don't. Hearns never ever does this. Like, Joe Gallagher turned down. What was it? Fucking Lundy for Crawler. No, that's a world title fight. We know what to fight somebody like until it's a world title. Hold on a minute. The perfect fight for like Callum Smith before he goes in with a world champion. I mean, Badu Jack's not shite. People keep thinking he's fucking shite just because he's with Mayweather and he got knocked out one time. But people need to get away from this fact that if you get knocked out, you're fucking shite. You're not. Most people get knocked out. It's very rare that you get like somebody like a fucking Mayweather or like a Danny Garcia, but he will eventually get stopped, right? He should be getting in with somebody, see, in the summer or something like that, see like a Lucian Booty or something like that. That's fucking the sort of fights that people should be taking before they fight for a world title. Lucian Booty will give him fucking hell, and see if he beats Lucian Booty, then he deserves a title. See, that's like, we don't want to have fight until we fight for a world title. Why not?
They're just trying to do a big jump at once. What they try to do is beat all these Euro bums and then fucking hype it up as though he's some like next coming, and then they make a big leap, and then I've seen with a lot of them guys, they get found out, or they'll fucking skive their way to winning it. They'll win it by a ball and then get beat. They're not developing properly.
Did you see the? I think you're right to an extent. I think they reach a certain level really well. They'll get to sort of British level and be developed very nicely, and then, like you say, they hit a kind of dangerous territory where they're like, we're quite close to a world title now, so we're not going to take any risks.
We covered this a couple of weeks ago when Barry Jones was on. Well, I did anyway. It's like they just get to British level and then seem to have one fight against like some sort of Euro level, and then jump straight to world level when they're not ready.
I honestly think Hearn's ego gets in the way here. He would rather have somebody not fight MD until a world title, so he's got that in his resume to say, I've got him a world title. Like, we all know that Brian Rose, he was never going to win a world title, but the guy get robbed in the final eliminator, right? He got the world title, and he could turn around and say, I even got him a world title, come and join my stable. It's not, I don't know if Hearn is even really that interested in having world champions. It's just so there's that shit on his resume. Why not fucking put your guy in? Because see if he, just for saying sake, Cam Smith got beat with a booty, then he's not good enough to win a world title. And it shouldn't be a case of, but if we didn't fight Booty, we could have fought for a world title. At least he's fought for a world title. Not every fucker should be fighting for world titles. It's not a fucking it's not a Kinder Easter egg here.
Brian, I think that's actually a really, really good point, and I'll be interested to see what the chat says, because I can remember Hearn saying after when he first broke into promotion, people would call him up and say he said like his first major signing from after Harrison was Darren Barker, and Darren Barker's exact words were, "You got Audley Harrison a title shot, you can get me one." It was never, I want to win a world title. It was you can get me a shot. And I think if you look at Aram, a guy would sign with Aram, and Aram would say, I will help you win world titles. Whereas Hearn would say, like, yeah, I'll get you a mandatory shot and you'll have to go to America. And that would be, he's kind of settling for second place. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a really good point.
The one thing about Barker, though, Barker never took any fucking easy fights, so didn't he? He went in against Martinez, but Martinez was still the fucking man.
Yeah, but they took that because Martinez couldn't get anyone to fight him.
We know that, but it's still, Hearn's fucking...
He never earned the shot.
No, he didn't earn a shot, but if Hearn would have turned around and say, normally Hearn would have been like, you know what, don't fight Martinez, I can get you a wee easier, a wee cheeky number. No, I'll tell you what, I'll give me the fucking lineal champ. I've shot on Darren Barker, we all know this, like, I got him when he was rubber one night on Twitter, and it was quite funny, but I met him in Vegas last year and he actually apologised. He's an alright guy, but I don't really bother if cunts that fucking get a fight and they fight the top guy. It's the ones that don't fight no fucker and then just fight the weakest champion, and then I don't want to go off on a rant. I'm actually in a really good mood here. I'm in a fucking right good mood. I don't want you to put me in a bad mood, but I don't want this sort of be fucking like shitting on Eddie Hearn, because that card at the weekend was good. I know that some of the scores weren't good, but I watched some of the fights today. In fact, I watched all of them, and I enjoyed that card. I mean, Hearn should put more on.
Yeah, but I mean, it was spoiled a bit, wasn't it? Let's go into it now. I mean, if we were sort of impressed with Smith to an extent, but we weren't impressed with the judges in the other two fights. So, who wants to do Cardle versus Dodd? Actually, first of all, let's go around the group. How did you guys score it? Ainsley, how did you score Cardle Dodd, mate? Were you scoring it?
I think I missed a round, but I had it like 7-4 Dodd. Okay. I remember coming back, and it was when you lot had basically said that Cardle threw about 6 punches, so okay, I'd say 7-5-8-4 would be fine. Yeah. I
Alex, how did you have it? Oh, sorry, yeah, Sam, go on. How did you have it, mate?
8-4, mate, to Dodd.
Okay, Alex?
Yeah, I think I had it 9-3 to Dodd.
Yeah, I was going to say I had the same, mate. I had 9-3 Dodd. I thought he won it easily.
I can see 8-4. Again, there's some of those early rounds were a bit like, yeah, okay, he's not landing and he's not throwing back.
Score for a guy who's not throwing. I just won't score for him. Trinidad, he was making him miss in the last 2 rounds. Did any of the judges give him those rounds? No, all 3 judges gave Trinidad all of the final 3 rounds because Oscar wasn't throwing any punches. You don't get, it's fucking boxing. You tweeted, mate, do you remember? You said, I don't like calling fighters running, but literally Cardle was doing laps of the ring. It was mental. He wasn't throwing anything. And they were saying, master boxer Scott Cardle, and then Halling suddenly realised, actually, wait a minute. I've read from the script. He actually looked up, watched the fight, and went, actually, wait a minute, this guy's not even throwing back. Like, what's going on?
Cardle actually tweeted earlier saying that, I've watched the fight back and I had myself winning. Obviously he's going to say that, but he also said that, you don't score points by not landing punches, essentially. And I just sort of thinking, well, you don't score points by not throwing punches either, mate. It's just...
I think, right, if we look at it, okay, you've got effective aggression. You can say that really neither of them were being effective, but Dodd was being more effective because he was actually throwing. Then you've got ring generalship. Again, if one guy's standing in the center of the ring and the other guy's just running around him, who's bossing that really? I'd argue Dodd is, because Cardle is just running away. And then you've got defense. Okay, Cardle takes that one. And then clean punching, it's got to be Dodd because Cardle's not throwing anything. So to me, those rounds go to the aggressor. It doesn't. You can be Floyd. You can make an opponent miss 4 punches, and then you can land them with 1 back. But Cardle wasn't landing any back.
Like with Floyd, like in the Canelo fight, for example, Canelo was obviously walking him down and trying to attack him, but he wasn't landing anything, and Floyd would land like 3 or 4 crisp punches per round.
Exactly.
He would win the round just for that reason.
Yeah.
But Cardle was, although Dodd was missing, he wasn't doing fuck all. He wasn't throwing a single thing. He was doing laps of the ring like he turned into fucking Lara, for example.
I gave Dodd 4 of the first 5, I think, because I just thought
no, that's fucking ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous.
I actually gave Cardle. I thought he came back into it a little bit in the mid round.
That's the total opposite. That's the total opposite of what actually happened in that fight. Cardle was doing well in the first 6, but done next to fuck all in the last 6.
He threw punches in the last 6.
He was getting out punched though.
Right, but he was actually throwing. He knackered himself out from running in circles around.
But it's not. It wasn't just fucking running. The Dodge wasn't even landing any punches in the first split.
No, but he was trying to punch.
He was trying to punch and he was missing. Cardle at least was countering at times.
He wasn't countering him. He wasn't at all.
Yeah, of course he was. He was
to counter punch, you've got to fucking punch, and he wasn't punching.
He honestly wasn't, Brian. There was like a 90-second part in round 2 when he didn't, and I tweeted Sky Sports saying, "Can we have punch stats on this round, please?" Because Cardle didn't throw a punch for like 90 seconds, and it was, and then they were saying like, "Oh, Dodd's going to be getting frustrated." No, he's not. He's not getting hit back. Like he could do this all night. He's not getting punched in the face.
You can't just like see if 2 boxers don't do nothing for a full round. I'm going to clearly score it for the aggressor, but it's not as if Cardle done absolutely nothing for the fucking rounds. He did. He made Dodge look absolutely fucking terrible for the first 6 rounds.
He was throwing like a couple of punches every 30
right,
seconds.
and Dodge wasn't able to connect with anything. Did you not see him missing for
a single
2
punch?
rounds?
I'd say Dodd definitely. I'm gonna try and get punch stats. I don't know if they've been released.
I had Cardle 4-2 up in the first 6 rounds, right? And then I had Dodds winning 5 of the last 6 rounds, and I could have gave maybe Dodds 1 of the first 6. So I had it 1-1-5, 1-1-3 Dodds. It could have been maybe 1-1-6, 1-1-2, but like I said earlier on, I question like Gallagher's gym. Well, Khan's gym, it's either they start slow, so they maybe think that the fucking boxers are going to tire in the second half of the fight, then come on strong, or they actually go their way to win the first 6 rounds, then blow it their ass for the second. I don't see many 12-round fighters in that gym, right? But Dodge wasn't good for the first half of that fight. He came on it. He came on a fight, and Cardle was good at making a miss. I mean, I don't use it all fucking right into your aggressive fighters and that, but Dodge was absolutely shite for the first 6 rounds. He wasn't even landing any punches.
We're not saying Dodd was good.
No, it's Dodd wasn't great, but Cardle was fucking minging.
Cardle wasn't even minging. He was countering and dancing, but he just wasn't fucking throwing anything back.
I think it could have done it, but he wasn't. That's what I mean. So it was just a ridiculous performance.
If he wanted to, if he was throwing back, he would have won the first 6 rounds.
He would have easily won the first.
Yeah.
Well, he would have swept the first half and won it easily.
He made that fucking hard work for himself.
See what was telling to me, right? See Gallagher, did any of you pick up on what he was saying in the corner?
Yeah, he was telling him all the time he was behind.
He was mental. He never does that.
He was angry. He said, if you don't knock him out, you're finished.
Yeah.
What he says to him, if you lose this belt, you're finished. You're going nowhere. That's it. So when I'm like, I've never really heard him, or I've never noticed him being that kind of like.
Open about it.
I
He
normally.
was furious, wasn't he? He was really angry. Yeah.
Aye, and I've never seen him that way.
His staff
Ever when he's
Staffy
getting-
cheated on him in
So-
the morning.
Nah, but what it is, Gallagher could not handle another defeat.
Can I just say something else as well? See, last week when we previewed this show, I was the only one that said that it was going to be a good show and I was looking forward to it. So I'm taking points for that.
You're cutting boxing, so fuck up.
Who? Me?
The idea that I think the really bad. Obviously, there were 2 cards were a draw, and that's bad. But what's really bad is the 116, 112 Cardle card.
It was 116, 114. So basically, there was 2 draw. Somebody scored the two drawings at 10-10.
So he's given 8, but he's given 8 rounds to Cardle. He's given
See
Cardle
the-
10 points.
It was 6-4-2. Yeah.
See the MC, McDonald, he announced it as a technical. He actually fucked it up because he done the first two cards were a draw, and then he done one to cut, and then announced it as a technical draw.
I thought it was just a Matchroom Twitter account that said that.
No. McDonald said it.
McDonald said it. The match, and then Coogan in his after interview with Cardle says, "You just talked to Scotty Cardle after a technical draw." What the fuck? They're just making stuff up now. Is this
They don't know the difference. If you ask Coogan what the difference was, I don't think he would have been able to tell you before Saturday night. He wouldn't know what the difference was. He wouldn't know what the variety draw was, and he wouldn't know what the different types. He wouldn't know.
I can remember Teddy Atlas. I forgot who it was when somebody got robbed and they announced
On Friday Night Fights, it was a split draw, and it was a majority draw. They
called it a split.
And he got so angry.
Yeah, like, this is your job. How can you not know what this is? Like,
That was, but I didn't know what one was. I can remember watching that, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and then understanding the difference after that, because Atlas is literally like looking at the camera, explaining, right, this is where 2 of the cards are draws, rather than 1 card for each guy and then 1 draw. But yeah, to call it a technical draw, for fuck's sake, it's like a completely different thing. When was the last time McDonald actually announced the technical draw? Ridiculous. Why would that be?
Quick fights.
Anyway, but I think it's safe to say that, I mean, I saw a few close cards. I didn't see anyone apart from Scott Cardle himself give it to Cardle.
But you know what, right? I think if it had maybe been a card for Dodd, a card for Cardle, and then a draw, I'd probably whinged, but not as much as I did on Saturday. But the fact that it was 2 cards and that fucking obviously ridiculously fucking.
Yeah, it's about the Cardle was closer to winning it than Dodd was, which is just ridiculous.
That last card was. I don't know how he's got to that to get that score.
See,
I'm not going to accuse people of anything dodgy, but that's a difficult score.
He was probably listening to the Sky commentator. So he probably sat next to Halling. Did you guys notice, Alex? You haven't had a chance to rant about this yet, but I normally don't get quite as angry as some other people like watching Sky. But Halling, within halfway through the first round, he said, "It's got to be so frustrating, Jim, when you're throwing and throwing and throwing and you just cannot land." And it was halfway through the first round, and he's talking like it's the 10th round, and Dodd is a mile behind. It was ridiculous. And after 4 rounds, he completely changed his tune because he realised that actually, no, wait, I've completely shat the bed here, and my script, and it was a complete script because Gallagher had said, hadn't he, a couple of days before, like, oh, I felt they were really harsh to Scott Cardle in the first fight. So Sky had told them, you need to be a bit more balanced, and Halling had taken that to mean, yeah, I'll just ask, bum sniff the Matchroom guy. Sorry, Brian, go on.
I lost my train of thought there.
Fuck Joe Gallagher.
That's what it was. See, I had the scorecard 115, 113 to Cardle, right, and it could have been 116, 112, right. But see the difference between the field.
116, 112 to Cardle, you think?
No, sorry, Dodd.
Right.
But see the difference between that fight and the Fielding Rubrass fight. I think the Cardle Dodd fight was easy to score for Dodd, even though I thought it was a close fight. I thought I'll give you an example of this fucking retards. Listen to this. The Floyd Madonna fight was 7-5, but it was a clear 7-5 because it was a clear winner each round, and I felt personally that was what Dodd and Cardle was. I scored the rounds clearly. It wasn't as if I was like, oh, I'm wavering where it could go other than 1 round, but it was going to Dodd. So I had Dodd winning every round in the fight either way. So I don't think it was a hard fight to score, but the Fielding with Brass, man, I thought it was as tough as shit. I seen some fucking crazy scorecards, and I thought it was that I might get abuse for the scorecard that I posted with Fielding, but I don't care. I score a fight the way I do, but my only
it would have been tough without the knockdown, but the knockdown meant that Rabras clearly won it for me.
No, I don't think so.
How did you score it, mate? What was your scorecard?
I thought just a finish here. Let's see. My only fucking issue with these scorecards is it never goes against a matchroom fighter. Right, the people will turn around and say Crawler and Perez, but I had that fight a draw. I had that a draw, regardless of what people saying. Oh no, it wasn't a draw.
Really?
Aye.
You know what?
Even a draw's not going against Crawler, is it? I mean,
I thought it was a draw without the points, but then the points meant Crawler clearly won.
Yeah. But I watched that back because I thought I watched that back and it was a bit closer than I remembered.
See, I told you.
No, it was close, but it was the point deductions, and the point deductions were fair, I felt.
Alex, do you want to say something about this Cardo fight before we go on to Fielding with Brass so I can get slagged?
Yeah, I mean, you lot have all pretty much said it. I mean, the worst part again was probably just Hauling and Watt and the shit they come out with. I mean, there's not enough words to describe what a pair of fucking cunts they are, and a pair of absolutely clueless, senile fucking cunt stains they end up being every single fucking week. And they're going to be even worse on this Saturday because it's just going to be a massive matchroom cheerleading session because it's going to be Casual Central tuning in for the big man himself, fighting for his fucking bullshit title. And Hauling is going to give every single skewed fact that you can imagine to make AJ sound bigger and more important than he actually is. He's going to come up with shit like, oh, you know, Mike Tyson didn't fight for a world title until his 30th fight or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And but AJ's fighting in his 16th
It'll be
fight.
something like, in his 16th fight, Mike Tyson was fighting on a small hall show in New York. AJ is headlining the O2 for a world title, Jim.
Exactly. It's going to be shit like this, and people will say, oh, you know, some will say Charles Martin isn't a real world champion, but don't forget Vladimir Klitschko used to own this belt, blah, blah, blah. It's just going to be skewed fact after skewed fact and cheerleading from that fucking arsehole. So hope he just fucking dies.
Did you know that AJ's retired like 5 of his opponents? How many of AJ's opponents has Mike Tyson retired? None.
Fuck that Uncle Tom cunt. He is?
Alex, I think the funniest thing with Sky is the way that I noticed this for the first time in the Dodd-Cardle fight, is the way that an identical thing can happen at a different point in the fight, and they will draw completely different conclusions from it. Like there was a moment in like the second round where Dodd threw he got Cardle against the ropes briefly. He threw like 4 punches, landed sort of one glancing blow, and the reaction was like, Scott Cardle just keeps like slipping these, Jim. And then exactly the same thing happened in like the 10th round, and it was like, oh, Cardle's looking ragged, and it was identical. The incident was exactly the same, and
there's no logic, is there?
No, it's completely reading from a script, 100%. Sorry, go on, mate. Oh, sorry, Alex. I thought someone wanted to jump in there.
I was just going to quickly say, like you said, there's no logic and there's no consistency to it, and they can always change it to fit whatever narrative they want. It can always be either, oh, that was a really good punch thrown by him, or it'll be, he took that punch really well, if they want to, you know, whatever spin they want, and they can't just call a fight.
It relies on the audience not really knowing what they're watching, doesn't it?
Exactly. It relies on the absolute ignorance of their audience, and that's why you get Casual Central watching these fights and no interest from Hearn or Sky or anyone there in educating anyone about boxing. And that's why people are so fucking pissed off about it, because you can say that, yeah, it's good to get casuals interested in the sport because it means ultimately more fans, but they're not going to become bigger fans if you're not teaching them anything. They're just going to become fans of Matchroom and Sky, and that's what they really want. They just want their money to watch Sky fighters, and it's fucking ridiculous. That's not good for boxing. And you can argue all you want about more fans watching the sport. It's not good for boxing if it's just one side getting all the interest.
Look, right, Erna's not brought any new type of fans in. All he's done is brought these fucking idiots who want to get a picture taken with some cunt they've never seen fight. They don't know what they've done. They don't know fuck all. It's just ridiculous. We know what we're fucking talking about. It's a certain fucking. It's not just 1 or 2 people. It's a fucking group of it.
Well, all these people,
and they're embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. All these people talking about Shannon Briggs and all these people talking about Charles Martin as some like good fighters. They couldn't name you one fight that one fighter that they've beaten. It's ridiculous.
Look, this Shannon Briggs stuff, right? And I tweeted it earlier, and I do mean it. Every fucking person who's gone down there today is fucking part of the problem. Every single one of them. That includes that stupid fucking slick wanker Ern as well. It's embarrassing. What's going to happen if he fights someone? He's already been fucking in a coma for fuck knows how long. If he goes and fights AJ or David Price, and then gets fucking... See what happened with Blackwell a fucking couple of weeks ago, and they're fucking talking about putting someone like him into a fight, a fucking heavyweight as well. But it's just ridiculous.
I think it's very much a situation, Ainsley, I think you're completely right, where if you're not part of the solution, you are part of the problem.
It is.
The solution is you have to ignore people like Shannon Briggs and just basically get them to fuck off, because they're not wanted in the serious problem, and you're sort of, oh yeah, he's funny, yeah, let's get him on an undercard. Then yeah, you're contributing to it. You're making it worse.
Why are we talking about Shannon Briggs?
Because I want views. I'm going to put Let's Go Champ in the YouTube description.
And that's the thing as well, is fucking Coogan and Elder, as much as they get all this good footage and that, they're making it fucking worse by giving him a fucking platform to speak shite.
Unbelievable! Shannon Briggs shows up at Buckingham Palace.
It's honestly, this in particular, this fucking Briggs stuff is really pissing me off. Because it's just destined to fucking end badly. And then what's going to happen? You know for a fact what's going to happen? If some cunt ends up getting fucking put on ice again, he'll fucking do a runner like his dad did. If AJ doesn't get fucking put in A&E, he'll fucking disappear.
I haven't watched a single one of those Briggs videos, like all the way through. You know, like when Eddie met Shannon Briggs and all that shit. I haven't watched them. I'm not going to. We have to just ignore them. Honestly, it's all we can do. Just don't click them. Don't give them the money, and just ignore it. And then,
well, you've not missed much, because every single one of them consists of the same fucking thing. He comes into a fanfare as if they're shocked that he's actually there, when it's all a fucking setup. I mean, it's fucking faker than EastEnders, let's be honest. And he shouts, "Let's go, champ." Well, at the same time, I must admit, he's profusely sweating. He's sweating like he's just fucking fought a 10-round fight.
Why if he went for fucking Scott Cardo to fucking Shannon Briggs?
They've got very similar fighting styles.
I'm just glad that he's finally fucking put a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Control this podcast shit.
Right. Well, let's go on to fielding Rabras then. Let's get scorecards for that. Sam, mate, how did you score that one?
I didn't score it, but I felt Rabras won.
Clearly, or was it close?
It was close, but with the knockdown, I can't make a case. Well, I can't. Although I didn't score it, I couldn't make a case for Fielding winning it.
Did you think? Well, I suppose a draw wouldn't have made sense, would it, with the knockdown, really? But
I've seen a lot of people score at 1-1-4, 1-1-3 to Rabras, and if I was scoring it, I think I would have had something similar to that.
Yeah, Alex, how did you have it, mate?
Again, I didn't really score it because after I saw the Rabras knockdown, I just thought, wow, this seems a bit inevitable. But well, I don't know if it's necessarily to Fielding's credit, but Rabras did slow down quite a lot in the final rounds, and I'd say it was a lot closer than the Cardinal Dodd fight, but I would still think that Rabras did enough based on what I was watching in the earlier rounds and just how he was beating Fielding up. I mean, again, I should probably watch it back and give it a proper scoring, but it definitely seems like a 7-5 or a draw sort of rating, at least to Rabras, and I don't really see.
Did you think there was an argument for Fielding winning?
Not really.
No. Yeah, that's my issue.
He just looked clueless. He looked clueless in so many rounds. He was getting beat up, and he just had no answer.
Does anyone remember when Hearn said he didn't want to make Fielding Smith unless it was for a world title?
World title.
Can you imagine Rocky Fielding fighting for a fucking world title? Ridiculous.
He was fucking awful, man. It was.
Well, no. I think again we're kind of guilty of having our radar kind of skewed a bit here, because he's not completely terrible. But he is, as they said it on the asylum last night, he's upper British, lower European.
Yeah,
he's not
completely. Frank Buglioni is fucking rubbish.
There's a few times now that he's looked suspect as fuck.
Yeah, and he's got major flaws, and he would get destroyed if he ever fought genuine world level.
I just see
yeah, go on, Andy. Sorry, mate.
This is a problem, right? Like Sky and Hearn, they've got this thing that everybody's got to be a world champion, and I've said it before. people, everybody knows it's different levels, right? And if Fielding's level is British or European level, then fair enough. Not everybody can be a world champion. Not everybody is going to be a world champion. So why the big commotion? If that's the guy's level, then let him go and fight at that level and see what he can achieve there. There's no point in putting him into fucking try and rush to pushing it towards world titles. I mean, let's be honest. I don't mind Rocky. He's a nice guy and he's usually in decent fights to watch. So you hardly ever see anybody giving him stick. Just let the guy fight at his level and achieve what he can. There's no
shame in it.
That's the word I was looking for. There's no shame in no being world level. So I don't see the problem. But they keep having to push this that everybody's got to be a world champion and everybody's world level, and it's this big drama and this big hindrance. If you're no, well, it's no.
Yeah, it's meaningless if you're not world level, which is complete nonsense. There's so many levels to the sport. And do you remember the thing that always sticks out to me is, do you remember after the Campbell, Tommy Coyle fight, when Coyle went, look, I know I'm not world level, I'm just a domestic fighter, really. And then Hearn goes, I think you're being a bit hard on yourself, because you could see him already being like, oh, maybe I could get him as like in an eliminator or something. Do you know what I mean? And he's like already scheming. And like even the fighters like, look, Eddie, can you just leave me alone? I know I'm not world level, just fuck off. But Hearn's like insisting that he, tries it and don't do your down, mate. And it's like, yeah. And Coyle clearly didn't have a problem. He was like, yeah, look, I can accept it. I'm a British level fighter. That's fine. And yeah, you've got guys like Derry who are sort of get fed this nonsense that they're world level guys. These are European level fighters. There's absolutely no shame in big. You can have really good wins at European level, but they get the smoke blown up their arse by, and they have the media telling them that anything that's not for a world title is meaningless, and it's just a load of shite. And you have like Gallagher telling Campbell not to lower himself.
I seen something yesterday, and it made me feel like a bit disgusted that I actually read it. It was that bad. It was Paul's. It was someone retweeted Paul Smith saying I'm above domestic level, and there was a little argument on there, and it was continuing on until yesterday. And this bloke said to some other fanny pad that Paul Smith's not world level, he shouldn't be fighting for a world title. And this absolute casual, like Sky casual mong said, oh, so you're going to deny a man his dream? I was like, what the fuck? my dream's to have a wife with massive tits, but it ain't going to happen, so...
Don't talk about Gracie like that.
Fuck off. It's just impossible, isn't it? So some things are impossible. I want to walk home to Jennifer Lopez. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah, it's like a footballer playing in the Championship, like repeatedly saying, no, I want to be in the Champions League. I want to transfer to a Champions League club. The fans would tell him to shut up and like get real. Do you know what I mean? But in boxing, for some reason, they think it's this Rocky thing, isn't it? This nonsense like Rocky story. Look at the state of Paul's. Sylvester Stallone's in better shape than Paul Smith now. And, he's like a 75-year-old man, for fuck's sake. Paul Smith is not a Rocky story. And also, just for the record, we saw you, Smith, sitting at ringside, looking quite fat and perfectly healthy. You cunt, fucking ducking that Bulgarian bin man. Anyway,
Hungarian. He was Hungarian.
I can't even believe Paul Smith did not fight the weekend because he couldn't make weight for a weight that wasn't designed for anything. There was no catch weight or nothing. It was just you come in what you want, and he still couldn't make that weight. The big fucking probably bastard.
Surely, for fuck's sake, don't show up grinning in the middle of the ring. Ugh. Right, if you're ill, then be ill. Stay at home. Just watch it on telly, whatever. But it's the hypocrisy I can't stand. But anyway, Brian, how did you score that one? By the way, did you have a scorecard for it?
I had Fielding winning 114, 113, and I purposely fucking had to watch this earlier on.
Brian's gone in for a press pass, isn't he, from Matthew?
I just score fights the way I see it, and I'll tell you, I'll get my scorecard up. I see what you see, and what I basically, I had Fielding winning the first right, then losing the next two, and obviously because he got knocked down, he was behind in the cards. And see after the first. I think after the 7 rounds I had it even, but see come near the end of maybe the last 4 rounds. What is it? The last 5 rounds I gave Fielding the 3 the last 5, right? And basically because what he was doing is the two of them weren't doing much, and Rabrasi was tiring, but what Fielding was doing was he he was flurrying his punches, and I know that doesn't make much difference, but see if you look fucking far more active than the other guy, then you're going to get the fight scored for you. See, you know how like Calzaghe would just kind of just throw hundreds of punches and a lot of them when they maybe land? Well, I was like Fielding was doing as well. He was just fucking launching some amount of punches like, at one time, then moving away. And he was moving a bit better come the end of the round, the end of the fight as well. And Rebrass gassed to fuck. And I just thought that Fielding just done enough at the end of the fight to take the fight. It was a close fight, and that's what I said earlier on. These were hard rounds. The rounds could go to either person. And when I scored the fight to Fielding after seeing all the fucking rigmarole on Twitter at the weekend, I was like, oh, maybe I'm hitting a howler here. But then see when I seen the judges' scorecards as well, that Oynham basically had it like 113, 114. One had that one. I'm pretty sure one had that 115, 113. And maybe did it have it? That's fucking impossible because it was a long fight. But it was just it was a hard fight. So many rounds could have went to either person. So I would have had no problem if Rebrass won 114, 113 or Fielding. I personally don't think that was like a homer card that he got the decision because he was a matchroom boxer. It's just.
I think Rebrass sort of fucked it a little bit at the end. If he'd thrown a few more punches then last couple of rounds, he got it.
I gave Rebrass the last round because he fucking came on strong, but that was too late. He should have done it the last maybe 2
I do agree. He could
rounds.
have won clearer, couldn't he? I agree with that. With him winning 115, 112, I did think he edged the fight.
Was it the second or third round he knocked him down?
The second.
Third,
I think if that had been maybe 45 seconds earlier, I think he might have fucking.
I tell you right now, Fielding shot. He's not getting any punch resistance. You know how people say that about Groves, and I just think that Groves, like he maybe can't take a punch flush, but he'll get back up. See the way Fielding reacted to that fucking knockdown. That was a heavy knockdown. I know he recovered for it, but he took some more shots and he was always having to back off. I don't think he can take a punch. And look, Rebrass isn't a big puncher. I don't think he could go against. Like I think fucking Groves would erase him. So like he's European level, and there's no fucking shame in that. There's guys have made like I know like hearing all about like paying off the mortgage. There's guys that's made a good living just being European level, like Ryan Rhodes and all that. Well, I know he's probably fucking bankrupt and all that. He didn't win a world title. Jamie Moore will tell you now if he was with him, he'd probably be a fucking multi-weight boxer.
He does say that.
Said I would have got him a world title shot.
Well, that's his fucking fault.
They don't even care if he deserved it or not. Nothing. Yeah. Hearn would have got Matthew Hatton about fucking 5 or 6 title shots probably. He's mental. Just off his name.
The problem with Rocky is he's in the same camp as Martin Murray, so that fight's never ever going to happen. So I don't know how they're going to match him, but Callum.
The Groves.
I don't think maybe take that fight. I personally don't think the Groves would maybe take that either. I think
the Smith fight still makes sense. I think that's a real leave town fight.
But
I think big Fielding beats him, so that'd be great.
I think
beats who? Beats who? Sorry.
Paul Smith
against Fielding. I think that makes sense. Yeah, because if Paul Smith wins that, then he's actually okay. Fair enough. You've beaten a British level guy. Now you can get a crack maybe in an eliminator or something. But that would probably still be Paul Smith's best win.
Yeah.
Paul Smith will not take that fight. He will duck it 100%. Fielding would take it, of course.
But Fielding, I think the problem is he can't make 168 properly because he had that fuck about when he missed weight by about frigging 3 stone.
Yeah.
And they just
unprofessional.
When Hearn basically said to him, "Oh, just come in at whatever you can make." But anyway, I think that Fielding just doesn't do the weight properly or can't do it properly, and that's why he seems to just have a chin like a biscuit.
Yeah, I think he'd be better at 175.
I quite rated Rocky. I thought he was alright. He had like decent power. Like maybe his like opponents weren't great, but he's got some decent wins. And but I don't. Maybe just Callum Smith. We can kind of go into him. Like we all know fucking my feelings on him. But maybe Callum Smith is just better than we thought, or maybe Rocky's not as good as we thought. Maybe one of them. But
yeah, I think Fielding's a mid-European level fighter, which is completely fine.
I think you're being overly nice to him there. I don't even think he's that high.
You know what gets me is see when you listen to the fucking Brits, all the days going about when they're like pandering to the fucking crowd when they're in interviews, all they go on about is they'd love to win the British title. They'd love to. That's the most prestigious title in world boxing. And I've heard plenty of fuckers saying that. But see, when it comes to actually fucking want to fight for it and like, only being British level, they can't fucking cope with it. No, I'm better than that. I don't want to fight for the British. I want to fight for world titles. So what is it? You want to kind of pander to the fucking Brit mentality that rule Britannia rules the waves, and we just want this fucking belt. But then when it comes to it, that's all you're limited to. You don't want to fight for it. That's what I don't get. See, if you want the British belt, just fucking fight for it. If you can't get any bit higher than that, just constantly fight for the British title, you prick.
I find there's this attitude with British fighters, especially matchroom fighters, where they can't handle being gatekeepers. Do you know what I mean? They need to have like a progression always. Like Rocky Fielding should be a British title. He should be the guy that you beat to move on to the European level. That's really what he should be. That's like a perfect role for him. You know, in the same way that a guy like Edison Miranda was the guy that you had to beat in order to get, an eliminator or a world title shot back in the day at middleweight. And then Bellew iced him and ruined his career. But you know, a guy like Cleverly should be a guy you have to beat in order to get a sort of a world title shot. Maybe I think at 175. Do you know what I mean? There's kind of levels to it, but none of them will accept that, and they all think that they deserve to be on the road to a world title. Paul Smith should be a guy. He should be a gatekeeper for British level. If you can't beat Paul Smith, you are going fucking nowhere.
The way I look at it sometimes is that say if they weren't British and they was in a fucking country in the middle of fucking nowhere, didn't really give a shit about boxing. Say if they was Georgian or something like that, for example. Would half of these cunts from our country have fought for a world title? No, they wouldn't have done.
No.
No, but there's not to say that Fielding Disney, let's see, once Calvin vacates all these belts, there's not to say that Fielding Disney win the British, right, and then go on to European and maybe even win a European, then he gets ranked highly in organisations and maybe has a final. I mean, there's not to say that he fucking can't do that, right? But what I'm trying to say here is, see if you get to European and you win it and you don't get any further, there's no fucking shame in that. It's like guys like guys like you've got Rose saying I'm above British level, I'm fucking want to fight for the world title. Paul Smith saying the same shit. Kevin Mitchell saying that. You aren't fucking good enough because you keep fucking losing. Know your limits, you fucking pricks.
Brian, if you just stole what I said about 20 minutes ago, you know.
I said that about 15 minutes before you, so you fucking zoomer.
You're a fanny.
Aha. Your wife's left you. Fuck off, daft ass.
Hey, just before we go on, can I confirm my wife's left me?
No wonder, you fucking pinky dick fanny.
Turn the winds against him.
Right, let's move on. We've done the skybox stuff. Does anyone want to quickly say anything about Broner?
Yeah, can I say something quickly?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Fuck Joe Gallagher.
Actually, yeah, should we do a roundup of Gallagher's week? Because he had quite an eventful week. Alex, have you got any thoughts on how Joe Gallagher's conducted himself in the past 7 days?
Fuck Joe Gallagher.
Did you see his little water bottle squirt thing after Smith won?
What
you don't want to know.
Look like the fat kid who runs onto the pitch after the bigger lads have won a game of football at school.
His dog's lactating at the minute, so you don't want to know what's in that bottle.
Yeah. Howling.
How good would it be if you woke up the morning to go to work and like Joe Gallagher was dead?
Who would train them? That's what I want to know.
I mean, it's my day off the morning. I would be following the fucking sniff and I'm off all the gear. But if I woke up and Joe Gallagher was dead, I would be on the ketamine. Boom! And then I'd take his dog off him for a better life. Rapey bastard. Fuck Joe Gallagher.
Did we mention about the Liam Smith only fighting Kelbrook for $1.5 million? Have we mentioned that, or was that last week or this
what
week?
a market.
That's embarrassing, isn't it?
What else Liam Smith going to fight? Who's Liam Smith going to fight? He fought a fucking bum.
Yeah.
He's going to fight
some. Liam Smith has never had a purse of more than. I would be willing to bet Liam Smith has never had a purse of more than 150 grand in his career. He's now asking for 10 times that. And Joe Gallagher said it would be a minimum of 1.5 million, a minimum. And then he argued that it was his job to get the best deal for his fighter. I don't think it is, mate. I don't think you're a promoter or a manager. I think you're a fucking trainer. So why don't you fuck off and train the guy to win the fight? Don't worry about getting him the most amount of money in the purse. Mental. But
Who's talking about with a phone? You want to fucking mute that?
He's a fucking maggot.
who's got that? I'm muting everyone. I think it was Ainsley.
It's not me.
Anyway,
You know,
who had the like Raiden on or something? No, Brian, what it was, it's very obvious. He was pricing Liam Smith out of the fight because he thinks he'll lose. You know, they tried it with Quigg for a long time, kept asking for 50-50 or some 60-40 to the winner, all this shite. He's pricing himself out of the fight because he's not confident and he wants to keep that little belt so he can hold it up, you know, when people come and interview him.
I don't think Liam Smith gets paid that much, because if he had, why is he walking about with a haircut that looks like he's in fucking Borstal jail? And no cunt's got a haircut like that. You seen that?
Why does he cut his own hair? He's a millionaire.
He's in his 20s, man, and he's walking about with a fucking haircut that your mom would give you.
Anyway, nothing but respect to Beef and the Arm and all the other Smith lads.
Oh, but don't get me wrong, man. Big shout out to fucking Beefy for absolutely fucking laying on the line of hair and telling him straight.
Anyway, I hope
Brooks getting no cunt of the fucking summer, and I don't need a fight to fight him. Geez it. Go on, Sam.
What do we think of Brooke, actually? Because there's been a few rumours last few days.
He put out yesterday saying, "I want to fight Broner," or retweet this and I'll fight Broner, or something along them lines, and that is just embarrassing. I mean, we had quite a heated discussion in the WhatsApp chat about it. Because Ainsley came to the defence.
Yeah, but we're all going on like, it's a good fight for Khan. It's fucking no different. Khan v. Broner's a mismatch. Brooke v. Broner's a mismatch. So it's
Brooke v. Broner. Brooke would kill him.
And Khan would win every fucking second of every round.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of mismatch. They're both gross. Look at how shit fucking Broner was against Porter. He was fucking terrible.
Yeah, Broner put fucking Porter on his ass. Broner would probably knock Khan out.
Would he fuck?
I don't think so, Brian. I don't think so.
Khan can't even take a punch. He get fucking wobbled off Algerian. He punches like my pubes.
Yeah, but
he would run fucking rings around Broner, and you know he would.
Yeah. If I'm saying Khan had fucking beat him, that must mean it's a. It must mean it's a set.
I don't think you believe that. I just think you want to emphasise the fact that.
No, Khan fucking up. How is Broner gonna fucking beat him? How?
Broner going to beat who?
How would Broner beat Khan?
Since when? Khan's shite.
He's not fucking shite, is he?
Brian's been such a hipster lately, giving these bullshit cards, saying Khan's shite. What did you pick the other day for some? Aren't you picking what was you had some ridiculous prediction about
He said AJ were going to unify all the belts and become pound for pound.
And he's a fucking packtard now as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you've started to love Manny now and hate and like shit on Floyd. It's such a hipster. It's ridiculous.
Fucking right on. No, listen. There's total different fucking levels of fights here, right? I particularly think that Brooke would absolutely knock Khan out, right? And I think Broner is far more competitive than Brooke Broner. And this is just fucking. This is just Brooke right over the back. He doesn't ever want to fucking challenge himself. Why do you want to fight a wee dafty like Broner just because he's got a name? It doesn't matter whether you have got a name or not in boxing. If it's a shite fight, it's a fucking shite fight. You know what you want to do, Brooke? We all know you're bisexual. We've been told that, and I don't give a fuck. Well, I'm not saying allegedly, right? It's been told off a good few people you're fucking bisexual and you've got a bit of a dodgy fucking past, criminality-wise. Yeah, right? Go over to fucking Las Vegas at the weekend. Sit ringside. Don't be a fucking cheap bastard. Don't go to the brothels. Do not fuck any guys. Just go to the fucking fight and see whoever wins. You call them out. Don't do it in your own voice, right? Get the Batman v Superman voice, like change your right, and then you call them out so you sound like more of a fucking man, right? And see if they don't do it, you go to fucking New York or wherever it is, wherever fucking Porter and that are fighting, and you go there ringside or not, and you fucking call them out. Stop being a pussy and thinking every fucker's going to come to you. Nobody's coming over to Sheffield. Cunts in Sheffield don't even go to Sheffield, right? Just fucking go over and start calling out the champions. Stop being a bender and go over there. You chase guys here another time, so why not fucking chase your opponents, faggot?
You know what, Brian, what Brooke should be doing? Brooke should be on the plane to Vegas right now. He should be ringside for the Bradley Pacquiao fight. He should be ringside for the Thurman Porter fight.
He should be ringside for Spence Algeri as well. Just fucking call everybody out. Just chase them. Lara done it and got to fight Canelo. Lara done it.
Get interviewed. Get into the ring. Do what Fury did. Do you know what I mean? Get in the ring afterwards. Square up. All that. Fans love that. And you know, you actually might be able to get a fight out of it, and you'd raise your profile. But what will he be doing? He'll be on some Mediterranean island. Doing
Could you imagine it? Could you imagine it? Like Pacquiao wins at the weekend with a knockout. No, we've got Kell Brook here, like fucking the IBF world champion. He wants to fight you. Man, I love to suck your dick. Fucking get out right in about it. I want to buy Asian. You dirty bastard.
Brian sounds a bit angry. I think it might be because Burns ducked Broner and Brooks calling him out.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, Angie.
We'll get on to Burns in a minute, because it's been confirmed he's going to be fighting for the full title.
Yeah!
When is the Burns fight? Is it May?
May the 27th or 28th, isn't it?
Okay, we'll have to do a live pod after that then, won't we?
I'll tell you that right now.
Right, who did Ricky Burns tweet yesterday? Who was it?
Oh, it was fucking me. Bomb 2000's tweet it was. Bomb.
How many times has he tweeted you?
That's only the second time.
The second time. How many times you tweeted him?
Fucking about 1 million. And like, he's basically, I've DM'd him hundreds of times and he's blanked every single one of them.
This sounds like Ray Pop and Bella Thorne all over again.
I only got a tweet because I
won a few years ago.
Three-weight world champion and Texan is an unbeatable combo.
Brian's going to be hoping for some Ricky Burns side boob or under boob.
Love it. Can't wait. But I tell you what, if Briggs gets announced onto that card, I'm fucking not going, because I'm not supporting that fucking Mong fest.
He's fighting Gary Cornish, the fighting pride of Scotland.
He would beat Cornish.
Andy, who's he fighting?
Got a corner.
Where's Alex? Alex is fucked off again.
What's going on, buddy?
No, I think Alex is around. I think there might be a couple of people who want to hop on the call. We'll let you know if they do. I don't know if they're having problems with the link or whatever. But
the moral of this story is don't be a bisexual if you're married with veins, right? Stop being a fucking Michael Barrymore. Get your fucking life in order and sort yourself out and make some fucking proper fights.
Just be real. Just say what you mean. Just say what you mean. Just be honest about what you're saying. Brooke just spins all this nonsense that he's clearly being told to say, and he never actually speaks his mind. It's a shame. He should. He's a good fighter, and he deserves to be in good fights, but he's fucking his career up.
Look at George Michael. The minute he came out of the closet, the toilet, he actually enjoyed his life a lot more. He didn't give a fucking let's go outside to the right, and brought out all my crazy songs. No, well, Brooke can do that. Just fucking be yourself.
Yeah, exactly, mate. We'll embrace you. Brian will embrace you as a fan and as a fellow man, regardless of your decision.
Right, let's go to fucking Broner card.
Right, yeah. Let's be careful what we're saying here. Does anyone want to talk about the Broner fight? Because I have only seen highlights. It looks pretty shit.
Actually, I think I figured out.
Yeah, go on.
I think I figured out why Brooke wants to fight Broner now. He's seen that little cheeky grab that Broner had of Thea Fane's knob and thought, I want a piece of that.
And the bumming in the Chino fight. Remember when he humped him?
We've got it now. That's why. Thinks I get lucky in the fight.
Does anybody think that Brooks actually on the gear? Because he's fucking. He looked kind of pretty dry on the way in, right? But he's an absolute fucking monster come fight night. He is huge, man. Absolutely fucking huge for a welterweight.
Guys, just very quickly, Scott Cardle's brother has sent out a couple of absolute cracking tweets. Some Scouser has tweeted him saying, just completely politely, will there be another Masha versus Cardle fight? Joe Cardle has replied, there was every chance until our family was besieged by vile, filthy, disgusting brats calling themselves Dodd fans.
That's his dad. Besieged. Joe's his dad.
Then he said...
Joe's his brother that plays for the Fibber team.
Aye, but that tweet is his dad. That must be
his dad. Fucking hell.
I'm going to slack his dad. Fuck him.
His dad hates you, Brian.
Oh, I know he wants to fight me. I'd fucking smash his dad.
What the fuck? His dad would smash you. Me, Joe would learn on you.
Shut up, you fucking liberty. No wonder your wife left you.
Connie, stop telling people that. I'm very upset.
Hey, come on, let's talk about boxing, man.
Do we want to talk about Broner? If someone wants to briefly talk about it, go ahead, because it wasn't a good fight. Yeah, go on.
my breakdown in this fight is it just shows you how bad Broner is that he was semi-competitive with a guy that get beat off somebody that used to live in a phone box. Right,
I
that is
don't
exactly.
think Theophane was really competitive though.
Oh yeah, but semi-competitive.
Come on, he was getting the shit beaten out of him.
No, was it not for like fucking first party, like about 4 or 5 rounds? It was competitive.
I thought he looked in really bad shape by the end of the fight. Like he looked, and I thought it was actually the stoppage was fine. I thought he was getting beaten up quite badly. Not that that's a credit to Broner, because obviously he should. Theophane is a British level guy. Like
he's not even that. He's fucking shit. Theophane. Broner should be fucking cleaning guys like that out and should be totally outboxing them. And he wasn't outboxing them. Broner was getting hot at times as well. You should never be. Guys like that should never be laying a glove on your fucking face.
Would Theophane win a round against Crawford? Do you know what I mean?
Crawford would fucking kill him.
Exactly. He wouldn't win a minute of the fight, which is what's supposed to happen when you fight a supposedly elite opponent. But Broner is not elite.
That's what Theophane.
Yeah. But anyway, Theophane's an idiot as well, so I think
his interview last week was hilarious, where he was whinging saying that British fans was giving him shit and it's undeserved, and that's why he likes fighting in Vegas and all this other bullshit.
Why? Like he's a fucking prize fighter level guy. Why is he acting like he's some sort of big? Oh, it's really annoying.
He's got a Thug Life tattoo. That alone should mean he should be banned from fucking boxing for life.
Ha! Has he got a 2-pack tat?
It's just says he's got some bad tattoos.
He's got Thug Life on his stomach somewhere.
Yeah. Fucking helmet, man.
What's as bad as Adam Etches is like
I hate
weird.
Theophane. I said this last week. I honestly did not believe that people from London spoke like that. I thought that was a made up. See, like in films, when you hear people speaking like that.
His accent is quite exaggerated. I think he puts it on a bit. It's like it's really over the top. I don't hear. I live in London. I don't hear anyone who talks like that.
But you know that film, like Adulthood and Kidulthood. I always thought that was fake accents and people did not really speak like that. But his accent is fucked up.
Yeah, but
I think he's exaggerating it the same way Carp exaggerates his to sound like an idiot. It's not a real accent.
Fuck off, you cunt.
And the way Alex pretends to be Scottish when he
tweets. The way you pretend to be a posh fucking Tory cunt as well. When we all know you're a Liberal Democrat.
I'm trying to think of people who've exaggerated who've exaggerated the accent. There's not many, and I mean, I think Eddie sometimes can exaggerate his Essex accent because he wants to sound a bit more.
Steve McLaren exaggerated his Dutch accent.
Yeah. That's good example. Steve McLaren speaking in his Dutch accent is basically what Theophane's doing when he talks in that London accent. There's no way he really talks like that. No way.
The best one was Davy Moyes. Remember, and they done an interview in Spanish and says "uno, dos times," and then that was that.
Yeah. We like to go on a run.
Do you remember Joey Barton? After he made a massive song and dance about learning French, and then after about 2 weeks he gave up his lessons. And he just kept saying like, I don't know, like that in every interview. It was amazing. Oh, I think we've got Aaron McLaughlin on the line. Aaron, are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here, man. How you doing?
We're good. What do you want to talk about? We were just doing Broner, but please feel free to move the chat on.
I was listening in. Well, the main reason I wanted to come on was to mostly rant about the people that are trying to act as if fucking Eric Molina and Dwapa whatever his fucking name is, getting wins over bums, credit, like gives Wilder credit somehow.
Well, mate, perfect segue. We'll get onto that right now because the next item on the list is basically an open-ended question, and we can all discuss it. You shoot first. Does Deontay Wilder deserve credit? I guess we'll do a two-parter. Does he deserve credit, A, for his opponents to date, and B, for fighting his mandatory in Povetkin? Do you want to kick us off, Aaron?
Right, well, first off, okay, I've seen this everywhere, people acting as if the fact that these two fucking guys knocked out Adamek and fucking Robert Helenius makes Wilder somehow look better, okay? Adamek's prime was 10 years ago in 2006 when he got a split decision over Steve Cunningham at cruiserweight. He's been shite since 2011 when he got rocked by fucking jabs off Vitaly Klitschko and is just a bum in general, right? Fucking Helenius is a man who has leg muscles in his arm from surgery, is more broken than anyone, can't even fucking speak, and got like the biggest robbery of 2012 when he fought Chisora. He's an absolute fanny and just not a credible fighter. Like, at all. Like, he only got hyped because he's big, white, can punch, and is from Europe, so people were like, okay, maybe he'll be like a slightly more shit version of fucking of Klitschko. No, he's just gash. right? So the fact that these two guys managed to get knockout wins over never has beens fucking trash past their prime is just ridiculous. Okay, but that doesn't even matter because going on to the second part of your question, right? It doesn't matter if that would give Wilder credit or not. It doesn't. But the fact is, he's actually taking a huge fucking risk going over to fight Povetkin in Russia, where he's going to be getting fucking death threats. He's going to be fucking worrying about what he's eating and drinking. That's where it'll prove whether he is actually legit or not. So the rest of it doesn't matter. That's the only thing that really matters about Wilder right now. Did you just catch all that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, sorry, mate, we did. I thought someone else was taking over hosting briefly. Alex, can you lead for this bit?
I don't know. How's my mic?
Yeah, fine, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly agree with the Wilder points. I mean, I haven't actually seen the Halpas and what's his fucking name, Molina fights yet. I mean, I saw the knockout gifs and stuff like that. Being a bit of a Rocco here, just saying I've seen the gifs, but you know, again, you can't really say that it gives him any credit. I mean, if those guys had beat Adamek and Hellenius before they fought Wilder, you think, yeah, okay, maybe, yeah, these guys got it, but it's almost as if there's no relation. I think in you know, those guys wins over them, and like you say, they're so shot. I mean, Adamek, like you say, when was the last time you looked good? When was the last time you watched an Adamek fight? You think, yeah, he's a real top contender. Him.
Exactly. Adamek was apparently quite a bit in front on points.
Adamek needed a robbery to beat a fucking one-armed Eddie Chambers.
Oh, fucking I remember that. Jesus Christ.
Chambers did not throw a punch with, well, I think he like was it was right hand was the only fucking thing that he had that entire fight. That's all that he threw. It was just one hand the entire fight, and Adamek needed a robbery to fucking get the win. It was like he's so past his prime, and he wasn't even that good in his prime, in my opinion. And with
He's
what
a
you
midget
said,
anyway.
yeah, he's trash, right? And it's like, even if they had gotten those wins before they fought Wilder, all that would have shown is that they were lower European level guys. These are not guys who get to challenge for a world title fight. Beating fucking Hellenius, the monstrosity that he is, that does not get you a fucking shot at the WBC world title.
Well, heavyweight's so fucking shit.
I mean, yeah, it is, but like, there are so many other people who are more deserving. Like, those were trash fights. I mean, come on. Fucking Eric Molina getting stopped in one round by Chris Ariola. Like,
that was absolute fucking shite, wasn't it? I mean,
But I think
crack on.
I think I tweeted something after, just trolling, just saying, oh yeah, this fucking Wilder being proven to be good. A few people decided to latch onto it, not realising it was trolling, but I don't think it matters anyway what happens after, because it's all. It doesn't give you any credit for fighting someone if they then go on and do something.
Well, of course it does sometimes. I mean, look at Canelo with Floyd. I think that obviously is a bit of an improvement for him. I think one of the most.
Gonzalez Estrada.
Yeah, what's his name? Sal Sanchez and God, what's his name? Fucking name's gone. He just beat him when he was really obviously. It was Zuma Nelson, wasn't it? And you know, he obviously Nelson went on to be fucking absolute.
Yeah, you can go on to say they went on to do good things, but you've got to review that win at the time, or choosing. I think it's more for this one. It's not the win; it's a choice of the opponent. Because either way, it's shit. But did they justify being chosen? No. Did them beating two fucking idiots? Did that justify it? No. But
the intent, isn't it, is what you've got considered behind it. The reason why they chose Molina and to help us for Wilder because they were shit. Because they knew they'd beat them and they'd be easy defences for Wilder.
And because they've come forward and they kind of give you like the most minuscule preparation for a fucking Povetkin fight. Like, full credit to Wilder for taking that fight. Like, he's got a lot of...
No. You don't get credit for taking that. It's a fucking mandatory.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. But, I mean, like, if he didn't take it, he would have been a laughingstock. So...
I don't think it's a fucking...
How many of us expected him to take it, though? How many of us really expected him to take that?
Yeah, but I didn't expect Connor to take Barroso, but I'm not fucking going to applaud him for it like he's doing something fucking amazing out of this world, because he's not. He's fighting his fucking mandatory. They both are. If you've got a belt and you mandate to fight someone, you
I'm not
fucking
saying
fight
suck his dick, but I'm saying that there's got to be some sort of acknowledgement here that we think, okay, yeah, this guy, we thought he was going to bin his belt because from what we've seen so far, especially with Wilder, is he fights absolute fucking wank stains.
Well, from what I've read, they tried everything they could, or certain rounds said they tried everything they could to get out of that Povetkin fight. So even they don't think he can fucking win it. They've just been forced into it.
Do you not think if he was really, really afraid though that he'd have fought Charles Martin? Like he'd have fucking jumped in and fought Martin. Like,
I don't think Wilder's scared at all. I don't think any fighter is scared.
Of course not.
No, I don't think any fighter is scared of fighting. Well, in certain cases, obviously, like Canelo shitting it from GGG, but
yeah,
I don't think Wilder's fucking up at night worrying about Povetkin. I don't think he gives a shit. He'll think he'll win. It's the people around him who don't want him to take it because they're scared they're going to lose one of their only cash cows, aren't they?
But I think Povetkin slightly gets overhyped. And everyone makes out.
We're going over this again, are we?
Yeah, no, but
honestly, for what it's worth, and I think it's mighty casual as fuck, I don't think Povetkin will beat Wilder. I think he's too
well,
big.
I've said,
for fuck's sake.
Well,
no, honestly, I think Povetkin will dart in and he'll get caught by one of Wilder's swinging fucking hooks and just.
How many did he get hit by Klitschko? And he went down a couple times, but he fucking got back up.
To me, all it really comes down to, like, I think that this is a very close fight, and anyone who says that it's going to be dominant for one guy or the other is just talking out their arse. Like, to me, it's really, I think that Wilder is a very emotional fighter because he's not had the opportunity to really develop as he was coming along, and I think that when he's in Russia and he has however many fucking thousand people screaming and booing at him, he's being told, if you beat this guy, we're going to kill you in your sleep, and he's fucking worried that if you eat something or drink some water, he's going to fail a drug test, which he might do anyway, then it's like those are the things that I think are just going to, that's where I give the edge to Povetkin. I just don't think that he's going to be emotionally mature enough to handle that in the ring.
Well, he's never ever felt that, has he, before? I mean, he's been abroad how many times? I think maybe once or twice. He obviously came to England to fight.
He went to Puerto Rico as well, didn't he? He fought on someone's undercard there.
Yeah, I mean, he fought King Audley, and obviously even the baying crowd can promote Audley to win that one. But I think in Russia it's a lot more of a hostile situation.
But, you never know though. He might just think, oh, fuck it, they all think I'm going to get chinned anyway, and then just.
Well, like Wilder has the power that he can win the fight. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous for someone to say that Povetkin's going to win it easy.
But you know what? Like, the thing with Wilder, I sort of like him. I do appreciate his shit, and I'm sort of losing patience with him more every day. But like, it doesn't do things in a conventional way. So he doesn't throw like some of the punches he throws are fucking horrendous. But thrown in such a horrendous manner, how do you sort of prepare for it, or you don't sort of expect that shit, really, do you?
Can you really call it a competitive fight based on his punch, though? I mean, again, it's a sort of heavyweight thing that everyone's got a punch, and he's got anything to back it up.
He's got an equaliser, though, hasn't he? And all it takes with that is the way I see it.
And a good boxer will always neutralise a fucking big punch.
Yeah, but there's such a fucking length difference there.
In my opinion, I do not rate Povetkin's ability to move his head, and I actually think that he's going to struggle with the jab a lot. I think that he really finds it hard to get past that.
What's the reach difference? Because it's going to be fucking huge, surely.
This is the thing. Like, Wilder's not fought with a fucking jab since Tavern. If you see every fight ever since, he's actually regressed. He's get worse.
Aye, but he never fought with a jab against Tavern either, so he's obviously got the ability to do that. Like,
but he has. But was that?
How shit was Tavern though?
Yeah, I know, but was that Tavern just a one-off? Was that just him peaking for that one fight? Because he's actually fucking looked worse since winning that belt than he did before he actually won it. He's actually got worse in Spielka's not a big guy, and he was fucking giving him fits. And like, Povetkin's a far better fucking. Povetkin can hit harder than Spielka. He's a better boxer than Spielka. And in fact, I don't think there's anything that Spielka can do that Povetkin can do better.
Nah.
Apparently, height and range is exactly Povetkin's height and range is exactly the same as Taverne's.
I'm probably. I don't know who I'm going to pick here. I really don't. But if I could guarantee that he would go back to the way he fought with Tavern, I would probably pick Wilder. But I can't trust him because he's shit. He's shit.
Casuals, man.
Yeah, but
I want Wilder to win. I think Wilder winning would be fucking better because
he'll fight Fury or
yeah, he went. That's the. I can't see what fucking. Fury ever like.
If Povetkin wins
Fury
that,
going to rush it to fucking fight. I know they're like, he went to Vlad, but come on, he's not going to go. He's not going to go to fucking Russia. So I and see have it like as much as people might sneer at it. See, having like sort of a fucking top American fighter, regardless of what weight it is, unless they're like fucking midgets, right? In boxing, you always need some fucking top American guy because it's what boxing's all about. You need some cunt at the fucking top of the top of A division being an American, and that's how I'm pinning my hopes on like Spence maybe being the real deal or Erickson Lubin. We need some fucking American to be fucking the man, and see if America have got a legitimate heavyweight world champion. It's fucking good. It's good because then, could you imagine if Fury fucks up Vlad again, right? Even though I don't even know if that fight is going to fucking happen now. And then like, Wilder, think of the amount of fucking madness is going to happen with they two. Be great.
But that'd be like a Vegas fight, wouldn't it? The two of them.
Oh, definitely.
Fucking awesome.
Well, Wilder's trainer said that if they fight Fury, it's coming over here.
Bullshit.
Already said that.
Why does belts need to be on the line for that then? Why can't they just make that fight anyway? Wilder doesn't need to beat Povetkin in order to fight Fury.
Yeah, but if it's not a unification, then what's the point of it? There's better people for Fury to fight, really, isn't there?
It's a good fight.
Yeah.
It's going to be pay-per-view anyway, so they may as well have a fucking unification.
But I just think that the heavyweights are fucking pretty shit at the minute. And Povetkin's beat some of the better ones, obviously, but they're still shit, even though they're the better heavyweights. It doesn't really.
I just think that, see, Fury's a bit like Brook, where if he's not got a belt, he's irrelevant. But guys like that, they need the fucking belts to be relevant. Look, Fury can't fucking sell a ticket at the best of times anyway. No. So they can't going to go to his fucking fight if he's not got a belt. Wilder, I think if Wilder didn't have a belt, he'd be irrelevant as well, regardless of the fact that he's entertaining to watch. He'd be fucking irrelevant. These guys, see the likes of Joshua, he's totally different. He doesn't need a belt for the fans to fucking go and see him. But everybody else in that division, no Vlad, but everybody else in that division need a belt to be relevant. And so belts matter in that division.
But
until fucking Usyk fucking goes up there and starts wiping every card out.
Exactly. Get fucking ready.
Yeah.
Starts this summer.
He's ducked Steven Simmons.
Oh. You're getting fucking parts out of that chat.
Fuck off.
Hey, this is Captain, man. We didn't even fucking speak about my TNT brethren.
Alright, go on your money team rant then.
Oh, do you want me to go on my money team rant?
Yeah, go on, then we'll wrap up then, because we'll take the rest for Charles.
If it's to keep everyone for fucking him?
Yeah, Charles is fucking king, man.
Right. Do your Floyd, mate, then. Do your Floyd rant. No, Brian's going to do his
Yeah,
Floyd
Brian's
rant.
doing his rant.
I thought Joey was wanting to come on and all.
Have you sent him the link?
No, I didn't fucking send him the link. I tell you to do it.
My mic was fucked up. I was busy.
Go and send him the link.
You sent the fucking link.
No.
We had no, guys. We haven't done. I don't want to waste Charles's time with shite about the fucking Joshua nonsense.
That's a good thing to talk about. He likes Joshua.
Well, okay, all right.
Of course he does. Fucking trust him. I don't
think you want to talk about Jamie McDonald's opponent on 5 days' notice. So why don't we have a moan about that now?
It's fucking million pound shot.
Yeah, they announced a world fucking. Well, it's not a world title fight, but we'll say it just for fucking the sake of it. A world title fight with 9 days' notice. Then had to change the opponent 4 days later. It's fucking bullshit. But even for Hearn, that's a new level of fucking ridiculousness. I hope he dies in his sleep.
You know what I don't get with this card? They go on about the fact that it sold out so quickly, but we know where all the tickets ended up, but they're saying that it sold out really quickly. So what was the need to put the likes of Groves, Conor Ben? He's getting his own press conference, right? McDonald in this shite fight. What was the point of putting some of these fucking undercard fights on? Because no cunt's going to buy a pay-per-view and just say, you know what, Groves is on now, I'm going to buy a pay-per-view. But they're clearly not, so I don't understand what the fuck is the point in these shitty fights being on this card.
You know what? Because he's getting a bit of money for this from the pay-per-view already and shit, so he can chuck his fighters' dates out and then just sit them out for a bit.
No, but why is Groves on this card? What good is paying
Sky
him?
Probably asked for it.
But nobody's going to buy a pay-per-view because he's on it. If Johnson's the one that sold all these tickets off his own back,
I think Groves sells really well, Brian, honestly, and I think Hearn just won't admit it.
His last card fucking done about 3,000 or 4,000 tickets. Like, if he's lucky, they were getting tickets away. Groves, Groves is like fucking 18 months ago. Like, people have kind of lost faith in him. I don't understand this card. It's absolutely fucking turgid. And I know fucking some paddy fucker was trying to dispute with me earlier on about how this is a good card. It's not a good card. See if people turn around and say this is a good card because Macklin, who's fucking shot to bits, and Brian Rose, who never was, is a competitive fight. Who gives a fuck if a fight's competitive? Two of them are fucking pure shit. It's like me basically going to work square going, our union rep who's a wee ball bag. It's still shite because none of us can fucking fight. It's just because the two of them go toe to each other. Doesn't matter. He can't fight here tonight. So what the fuck's the point? I don't want to watch that. I'm not watching it anyway. I'm going out Saturday. But see to have they fucking shite hangs on a pay-per-view. See, you Eddie Hearn, you are a fucking cunt.
I think it says a lot when the best matched fight is Rose versus Macklin. And it's well matched because they're both shit.
I think the Hunter-Selby fight will be decent.
Oh, you're listening to all the fucking Yanks again.
Bet you've never even seen... I'm sick of people saying, oh, Hunter's really good. Have you ever seen him fight?
No.
I've seen him on like Friday Night Fight. He lost on a DQ. He's fucking shite.
Brian's listened to the boxing rant is what he's done.
Well, I listened to Paulie Malignaggi's
It's a mandatory, and that's supposed to be the chief support.
Hold on a minute here. Selby looks shite against a wee fucking steroid midget. It's not as if he's like Floyd Mayweather getting into this ring. He could be Gash.
The Welsh
We were practically calling him fucking Mayweather.
But that doesn't add to your argument. If Selby's shit, then that makes it even worse.
Right? Two shit people.
But that's not good.
Well, exactly.
You're looking forward to it.
But that's how bad the card is. I'm not even fucking watching that card. Well, but fuck you.
I'm not watching it either. Don't worry. I'm not.
Oh, well, you'll be sitting in there, nice wee fucking takeaway. You'll probably make some fucking faggoty hamburgers and send us a picture of it. And you'll be doing. You're
watching a ping pong show, mate. Yeah.
You'll be in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm going to Thailand on Friday night.
Well, I bet
what the fuck? Who's hosting? Brian's back hosting next week for all that shit.
Brian will be hosting next week for the AJ.
So I bet the fans back.
Yeah, you get the fans back, exactly. Actually, we'll get Tom back on to host, actually, I think.
We've got a guest next Monday, anyway.
Who we got?
We've got...
He can't tell us until 10 minutes before the show starts. Do you know the rules?
Basically, I know. Who's that boxer that was on... That was fighting fucking the sensation Jason Gavin?
The White Rhino, Dave Allen, yeah.
Dave Allen, he's coming on next Monday.
The viewers can choose. You can either have Spike, because he said he'll come on, or Dave Allen.
Spike O'Sullivan?
Yeah, Spike said he'll come on.
Might be good to get Spike on to troll that.
Fuck off, he fucking quit. I'm not having no quitter on the show.
But he was winding that AJ fan up a treat. He might have some funny comments.
That was fucking good, though.
It was still, but it doesn't matter, he's still quit.
Brian, do your rant on Floyd. I'm interested now.
Yeah, go on. Shoot.
Right, my issue is everybody knows that I'm a FOMO, right? I'm a fucking right, and I've always said I can't handle Floyd's bullshit, and he bullshits quite fucking often, and he seems to think just because he was this big pay-per-view star, he can basically fucking dictate to any cunt to do what he likes, and it's not the case. Like, see, just because like he had the back of like, Al Heyman and he was like selling all the pay-per-views, it's not that he just because he's a promoter now, he's trying to fucking tell people who they should and shouldn't fight. For a start, he told Thurman last year, fight Spence if you want to fight me. No, hold on, I mean, you fucking if you think Spence is that good, you fucking fight him, you big fucking shite bag. Right, and then he's telling fucking Broner, if you want to fight me, fight fucking Spence. Well, why? See if Spence is this guy that everything needs to go through. Why don't you fucking fight him then? Why don't you come out of retirement and give this other African American the fight that you always say that you want to fucking support? I mean, this is Floyd's fucking debate, but before he's there for the black fellow fighters. When he fucking all his career, he's fucking hardly even fought any of them, right? And then we've got like Golovkin, if you want Matt to fight me, fight Ward. So some cunts to go for fucking middleweight to light heavyweight to beat some cunt, and then to go back down to fucking Kelly Selty light middleweight to fight you. Who the fuck are you? You have got one of the worst fucking boxing stables on the planet, and you're trying to tell some of the biggest names in boxing they have to fight other people just to get the fight with you, and you're already turning around and saying that you're never coming back anyway. So what the fuck's your problem? Why don't you just come back, fight fucking Spence in the summer? If Spence is fighting what, a couple of weeks, come back, fight Spence in September. I'm sure everybody will like that. Why don't you fight the fucking winner of Thurman Porter? I'm sick of his fucking bullshit. Either be a promoter and just act fucking normal, or fuck off with the sport. You know what else bothers me? The fact, see, any time he's got a camera in front of his face, he can't chew chewing gum properly. It's as if he's fucking eating a bee. What the fuck is the matter with that? He's a big fucking white gnashers out and all that, and he's like, chewing gum's out of his mouth. What the fuck are you eating there? Is it Hubba Bubba or something like that? You're a fucking arsehole, mate. Absolute fucking arsehole. I still want you to come back and fight Pacquiao though in September. I still fucking love you, and I'll go to Vegas if you actually fight Pacquiao. In fact, if you give me retirement, you know for a fact I'm fucking going to go anyway, right? But it's not the point. You're a pure fucking ball bag. Stop telling people they need to fight fucking Spence. You fucking fight him, you big dick. You fought Broner. No, you didn't. Sorry, you Berto. Berto's fucking garbage. Berto's fucking garbage.
Mind an hour ago when Brian said he was in a good mood.
Pacquiao's basically coming back. Right, I don't give a fuck whether people have got a grievance with. He's fighting fucking Bradley. Right, oh, Bradley's he won the last 2 fights. Right, it wasn't competitive. The fact of the matter is, 2 guys that are at the top of the division are fighting each other. Right, Floyd could have easily fought Thurman, Bradley. He could have fought Bradley, right? Because if he fought Pacquiao, he could have fought fucking Bradley, right? He chose Berto, who, oh my god, is fucking one of the worst fucking fighters on the planet. He is shite. I'm not even confident he beats Ortiz in this fight because he's that shite. And then he's got the cheek to tell cunts at the top 5, you have to fight Spence. Fuck off, you fight Spence then. You know you get your fucking shit passed in at sparring, didn't you? And you get a wee cheeky black eye. So for some reason you're telling every cunt to need to fight each other? Fuck off. But come back in September and I'll watch a fight. Love you.
Fantastic.
Who do you prefer now? Who do you prefer at the minute, Brian? Pacquiao or Floyd?
Still love Floyd, but Pacquiao's
if you had to suck one of their dicks, which one would it be?
I would fucking suck off Floyd, wouldn't I? Because I don't know where Pacquiao's been. He's been with some dirty fucking slags, hasn't he? He's been right with some right minging hookers. I've seen the birds that...
Yeah, but Floyd's been with blokes, so...
Aye, so what? They're probably tidy fucking clean blokes. Look at Pacquiao. Look at the mad things that he was grinding with. They're fucking bogging. They're wee dafties that you probably see. They're the wee dafties that, if people's been to Vegas, they'll understand here, that the wee fuckers that are giving out the leaflets to the prostitutes, the £49 prostitutes, the birds that he's been hanging about with, the ones that you get back at your room, the wee stinking ones that you can shite on them and all that and tell them to sit go start in that fucking cupboard for half an hour, then come back out and you can shite on them. That's fucking the things that he was hanging about me. Floyd doesn't fucking shag any tidies either. The things he pumps all the time are bouffing, but they're tighter than that. I tell you what, see for 2 guys that are multi-millionaires, they shag some stinking birds. What the fuck's that all about?
Brian, choose between your idols, Ronaldo or Floyd.
I would fucking suck the balls off Cristiano before I give you Floyd.
Less chance of AIDS.
Fuck's sake.
Fucking, I'm just sick of it though. Either just come back and fight or fuck off, man. Stop being a fucking fanny. Why is this? What? I don't even know why he's telling everybody to fight Spence. Man, he's trying to get Spence into his promotional, and Spence is like, nah, you're alright, I'm out of here. And now he's latching on to Davis, and I'm quite high on that Gervonta Davis as much as I was high on Amir Ahman, right? And I don't want to fucking jinx it, and I don't want Davis to try and adopt the Carter shoulder roll. Just fight your own way. Davis is fucking good. He looks small. I heard that he was like 5'6", but he looks smaller than that. I know Cole's about that size, but he's fucking tiny for a light welterweight. But I like watching him. I don't want fucking Floyd to ruin him. Fuck off and just sit ringside and watch the fight and stop trying to give advice to people either. No cunt's going to take advice for you. You're a fucking fanny. Honestly, you're a fucking fanny. Who bars fuck out your ex-bird and waits for the coppers to come? Who fucking does that? You fucking daft bastard. Who bars their ex-wife in front of their veins? You take the woman out the back and stamp all her fucking heat. And when the waves canny grass on you, then you're getting no witnesses. That's how dumb he is. He done it in front of people. Dumb bastard. But come back in September. 50-0. TMT.
Right.
I'm sweating for that.
That's a workout. Yeah. Guys, before we sign off, just a reminder, everyone, we're going to have Charles on 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So please, we've got a few questions for him, but he sort of agreed to give us as much time as we want.
My question's a belter.
if anyone's got any questions they would like, please send them to the pod account or DM them to us or whatever, and we'll read them out because
And remember, people, Charles doesn't like white people. He's one of the white people that likes black people. He hates white people.
You think?
Oh, aye. He's all about the custard All
right, we're going to have some good questions about Pacquiao and Bradley, and also about Eddie Futch and Teddy Atlas and all that stuff. He's got some good opinions on those guys. We'll finish off the list and cliffhanger from last time as well. So yeah, anyone else got anything else they want to say before? No? I think Brian's killed it. Drop the mic. Yeah.
So we're not doing a preview for the fights of the weekend. We'll just take the Charles.
We'll do Charles because he can talk about Joshua and stuff, can't he? He knows his heavyweights.
Oh, he'll be all about the Josh, won't he? Fucking lick his fucking chest, like.
No, he's King Kong, man.
Yeah, he's King Kong.
He might have some thoughts on. He might have an interesting prediction on the fight. We'll do a proper breakdown anyway. But yeah, cheers to Aaron for joining us, and to everyone who's listened, and especially Doc Asif. He's had to drop off the call. He came on earlier and we enjoyed it. Right.
Cheers.
Cheers.